I think it's impossible, you know, to grow up in Hollywood in this time and not be influenced by Bugs Bunny.
Look, a lot of things that I do are picked up from Bugs.
Bugs is a good actor. He plays himself. I mean, I've never seen him really stretch.
Bugs never did anything for anybody that didn't serve Bugs Bunny. That's why he's a star.
This is the home of Looney Tunes and Merry Melodies. After the success of Walt Disney's Mickey Mouse, Warner Brothers Studio decided to open an animation department of their own.
Lunch!
Tonight, 50 years later, the Museum of Modern Art is honoring the men behind the Looney Tunes, along with the biggest star to come off the lot, Bugs Bunny.
Incredible. It's hard to believe that all this hullabaloo is in honor of little old me. There's one of my great directors, Friz Freleng. About time he got a chance to slop up some of the glory. Friz directed Old Sylvester the Cat, Porky Pig, Yosemite Sam, and many other distinguished colleagues of mine. And get a load of that. There's old Chuck Jones. He directed Wile E. Coyote, The Roadrunner, Pepe Le Pew, and a whole score of others. Poor guy, he's reduced to drawing all over the walls. Not a bad likeness, though. Oh, no, you don't. I'm the masterpiece on this plate. Not bad. But is it art?
The Bugs Bunny Looney Tunes All-Star 50th Anniversary, starring Eve Arden, Candice Bergen, Mel Blanc, David Bowie, Bugs Bunny, George Burns, Chevy Chase, Cher, Wile E. Coyote, Kirk Douglas, Daffy Duck, Friz Freleng, Elmer Fudd, Jeff Goldblum, Speedy Gonzalez, Jeremy Irons, Chuck Jones, Quincy Jones, Foghorn Leghorn, Pepe Le Pew, Penny Marshall, Steve Martin, Bill Murray, Mike Nichols, Geraldine Page, Petunia Pig, Porky Pig, Molly Ringwald, Roadrunner, Sylvester, Danny Thomas, Tweety, Billy D. Williams, Chuck Yeager, and Yosemite Sam.
Try not to trip me up with those big feet, please. I'll try, Daffy. We're on!
Well, I've known Bugs Bunny for a very long time, and, well, people are always asking me why are him and Daffy always fighting, huh? Well, in my opinion, it is all Daffy's fault. I mean, he just happens to be one very jealous duck.
Boy, listen to that! They love me! I'm sick of people taking bows for my talent. Now do your own dance. I challenge you. Dance if you're not a coward. Hardy har har. If they like that mess, they're starving for some real hoofing. I'll kill 'em. Music, maestro, please. E flat from the top. Ingrates.
I think Daffy feels excited about the museum and also really nervous because, you know, they have a history with each other of Daffy always feeling like he was the one that was doing all the work and Bugs was the one that was getting all the glory.
How much, my good man?
One block, 25 cents.
25 cents? It's robbery, but I'll pay it. But you get no gratuity. It's enough that you've had the honor of having a celebrity like me in your hack. Daffy Duck, star of this show. See? What? That rabbit's name over mine? I'm the star. I'll just see about this.
I worked with a partner for 11 years, and I know that you have to feel like it's equal, and you also have to feel like sometimes you're on top, you know? And he's very nervous that when they get together, they're going to fight.
Bugs and Daffy have always feuded, but this is nothing new.
It's rabbit season. Duck season. Rabbit season. Duck season. Rabbit season. Duck season. Rabbit season. Rabbit season. Duck season. Rabbit season. I say it's duck season, and I say fire.
If you want to compare the characters that we worked on, I think all of us would say, that nobody could be Bugs Bunny. Bugs Bunny is an aspiration. It's what you'd like to be like.
Well, Bugs, the readers of my column would love to hear about your success.
But what you're sorely afraid of is that you're probably much more like Daffy.
What a job for a duck with my talents. Pushing a broom, while others with absolutely nothing on the ball get all the breaks.
Daffy he expresses all the things that we're afraid to express, you know. He and Bugs find themselves in Alibaba's cave, and there's enough riches there for everybody forever and ever. All the ducks in the world could be socially well off, but Daffy wants it all.
It's mine, you understand? Mine, all mine. Get back in there. Down, down, down. Go, go, go. Mine, mine, mine. I'm rich. I'm wealthy. Yahoo! I'm comfortably well off.
So I think that's very much the kind of person I am, and I don't have the guts that he does. You know, duck guts are different than human guts.
I don't much enjoy watching Bugs and Daffy fight. I suppose it's helped their careers, but it makes it very difficult to go out with them together. I've tried many times, but it always ends up with Daffy causing a scene. Well, there is one thing they do agree about, I suppose, and that's that Elmer Fudd is a complete idiot.
Do you have a message for Mr. Fudd?
Bugs Bunny needed more, to me, he needed a stronger adversary than Elmer Fudd, because Elmer Fudd was about as stupid as a guy as you could get. In fact, he probably had a chicken brain. So I came up finally with a character called Yosemite Sam.
Great horny toads! Let go of that rabbit! Playing possum for 20 years! That'll learn you!
Thanks a lot, Doc.
Okay, Rabbit. Now haul your carcass off on my premises!
Yosemite Sam. We used to be friends. He used to come by and play cards. But really, you can't go out with Yosemite much. He's always got those guns. He twirls them, he shoots them. He's very loud.
He'd come on the set, you know, and firing his pistols all over the place. He's a real six-shooter guy, you know, and scaring everybody off. Hardly any director wanted to work with him, except Fritz Freeling.
Frizz was just as tough as Yosemite. Yosemite would put the shotgun in Frizz's face, and Frizz would say, "You don't have the guts to blow my brains out, and if you do, I'll come back from the dead and kill you." That was one thing people didn't know about Yosemite. He was afraid of the supernatural. And Yosemite would come on the set, start giving Frizz a little trouble, and Frizz would reach in for a little voodoo thing and just wave it in front of him. Sam was like a lamb, easy to work with.
All right now, you wise guy. Dance!
Take it, Sam.
Yosemite Sam was right at home at Warner's because they were making the best cowboy pictures around. In fact, when I did my first Western, I went to Bugs and Daffy for advice.
Let justice be done. Tear up that mortgage. Unhand that rancher's daughter. Cease that... seems awfully breezy in here. Cease that rustling. Slight pause whilst I adjust my accoutrements. Ripalong Daffy's my name. Anybody care to shoot it out? Man to man? Under western skies? West of the Pecos? Tumbleweeds at 10 paces? 10,000 head the cattle? Club off the pass? Prairies? Lariats? Anyone for tennis?
Well, you know, Bugs did a Western, so then, of course, Daffy had to do a Western. But I'm telling you, Daffy with his monologues and his method acting, Bugs had these sight gags that were just great.
You know, Bugs and I are always disagreeing about what's funny. To me, the funniest jokes are based on things that happen in real life. You know, arriving late for an appointment, or forgetting your wife's anniversary, or finding a stain on your shirt that you just can't remove. Things like that. But Bugs Bunny, he always goes for the impossible gags. Things that have no bearing on the way we really live. I can't relate to that. There was one cartoon, however, that I must say I really did enjoy, because it reminded me of something that happens to me and my family all the time right here in my own backyard.
Didn't we? We will now open our exercises with a recitation by our little friend, Porky Pig.
Porky Pig was a little animal character. He didn't look like he does today because he was very, very fat little character. And I wanted him to stutter because I just wanted him to sound different than all the other characters with just falsetto voices.
Listen, my children, and you shall hear.
Well, you know, like a lot of great stars as they get older. They were the stars for the long time. They had the leads and all that. Well, the same thing happened with Porky. All of a sudden, he's kind of like a sidekick to the lead.
Porky doesn't get many jobs now. No.
Well, to tell you the truth, Porky's finished. I mean, he's out, he's washed up. I mean, who's going to tell you different? Oh, what, Jeff Goldblum? Yeah.
Well, I don't know what anybody's been telling you. I don't know what they've been saying, but Porky is not washed up, if that's what they've been saying. He's, as a matter of fact, for your information, the greatest and the most versatile actor ever to work in the business.
You're tick-tick-tick, it's tick-tick. Coming to corn. You're Henrietta. Come on, Priscilla, Violet, Patricia. Coming to... all come and get it.
Oh, people loved Porky movies so much that even bit players in his movies became famous. You know, the studio, because of that, used to use Porky movies to push new talent. They even gave him this girlfriend, Petunia. You know, remember Petunia?
Ladies and gentlemen, introducing Leon Schlesinger's new Looney Tune star, Petunia Pig.
My public, I hope you pictured my liking. I hope you liked my picking. I hope you like my picture, and I hope you liked me in my picture. You know.
Oh, yes, I remember Petunia. Such a nice girl. She tried so hard. I don't think she could handle the pressure.
I'm unaccustomed.
Shh, Petunia. Don't get excited. Don't get excited.
Excited! What's excited? I'm not excited!
No, Petunia's nothing like the girls that Porky really goes out with. I know the studio cooked up for publicity purposes, the whole thing about Petunia and Porky seeing each other off the set and socially, but I never believed it, and it's, I'm sure, not true.
Porky Pig could have any dame he wanted in Hollywood on you know, with a phone call. He goes out with this girl, and it's like, she's a pig. I don't want to date a pig. I am, you know, it's one of those things you always want what you know, sort of rejecting his past and wanting more.
But they pushed and pushed and pushed Petunia. They spent a fortune trying to make Petunia a star. But the public just wasn't buying it. Petunia, whatever it is, Petunia did not have it.
But on the other hand, if you have somebody like Daffy Duck who just comes in for half a second and says, you know, and walks off with it and then gets starred in everything afterwards, that's sort of the roulette wheel of this kind of business.
I got him. Go get the duck ring, Gin. That's it. Bring it back. Bring it back. Hey, that wasn't in the script. Don't let it worry you, Skipper. I'm just a crazy, darn fool duck.
You know, I've heard from people who knew him that say that Daffy was like crazy on the set. I mean, just an insane man.
Quiet, please! Action!
Oh, my lover, my sweet one.
Oh, my darling, my only one. I love you more than anything else in the whole wide world.
Oh, kiss me, my sweet. Kiss me. What a kiss! Wow! I think I'll do it again! Hold your seats, folks. Here we go again. My name is Daffy Duck. I worked on a merry-go-round. The job was swell. I did quite well till the merry-go-round broke down. Guys that worked with me was a horse with a lavender eye. Around in world we'd wink at girls till the merry-go-round broke down.
You know, I think that Porky is like for older people, you know, and Daffy's for younger people. My kids love Daffy, and my grandmother loved Porky.
No, that's ridiculous. Porky is as hip as Daffy. Daffy Duck is obnoxious. He's not hip, he's obnoxious. You know, the whole thing of the studio putting Daffy Duck in Porky Pig's movies, that wasn't fair to Porky. You think Porky liked swinging on that rope? No?
Porky felt very neglected. Everybody loved Daffy so, but he decided the best thing to do was to leave the studio. I tried to persuade him to stay, but he did leave, and Daffy was glad to see him go.
Hello, Porky. Come on in.
Hello, Mr. Slesson. Hello, Leon.
Well, Porky, what's on your mind? What can I do for you?
You see, I've been in cartoons a long time, and I was thinking that I thought if I had a chance to act in the features, what's Errol Flynn got that I haven't?
You mean to say you want to get out of your cartoon contract?
Yeah, that's right.
Well, if that's the way you feel about it, it's all right with me. You sure you know what you're doing?
Yes.
Well, if you say so, I'll tear up your contract, if that's what you want.
Yes.
Well, if that's the way you feel about it, it's all right with me. Okay, Porky. Don't forget me when you're a star. He'll be back.
Did you quit? Did you quit? Yeah, I quit. That's swell, that's swell, that's swell. Now you go out to the studio and you tell them I sent you. Remember, don't take less than $6 grand a week. Boy, now is my chance. Leon, you ought to be glad to get rid of Porky. How about me taking his place? Why, I'm a better actor than he ever was. Watch this.
It's one of the few times that Daffy felt really, you know, had a bad conscience about what he had done. And Porky went through a lot of changes, you know. I mean, I've heard that he went through serious changes and, you know, didn't know who he was and went through a real personality crisis.
Porky had a lot of time on his hands after he quit the studio. He used to hang around Edgar Bergen's house. It was actually pretty funny. He would talk to Charlie McCarthy as if the dummy were a real person.
Porky was like an uncle to me. It was pretty obvious that he just wasn't happy after he left Warner's. He really let himself go, and he put on a lot of weight. We were all very worried about him. You know, I guess I was too young to realize it at the time, but looking back on it now, I guess that Uncle Porky was having a nervous breakdown.
Going up.
This was a very rough time for Porky. Nobody trusted him. He couldn't get any work as an actor. Nobody trusted that he could show up on the set and so forth and so on. So he decided to, of all things, to direct a movie.
Well, Porky's movie, I never saw it, but apparently it was a pretty big flop, you know, an embarrassment around town.
Hi, gang. And now if you'll all be quiet, we'll start the show. I drew this cartoon all by myself, but shucks, it wasn't hard because I'm an artist. I hope you like it. Yeah, thank you. Well, folks, how did you like my picture?
An unmitigated disaster.
No, the movie was way ahead of its time. I don't think people understood the movie. Porky got a lot of bad press about that I thought was completely unwarranted. You know, people put Porky down. But let me ask you something. Who do you see at the end of a Warner Brothers cartoon? Do you see Foghorn Leghorn? Do you see Daffy Duck? No. You see Porky Pig.
That's all, folks.
Look, I can't and I don't want to talk about Bugs Bunny. I'm in a hurry. Maybe later.